Good evening, happy Friday to all of you guys. Now, if you are across the States, then of course, happy Friday afternoon. But yeah, here in the UK, we've just gone 1 minute past 6 and we're ready for a masterclass. Now, we're going to be kickstarting this masterclass with tools and adhesives. Now, these are key things that you're going to need, certainly with the adhesives. So we're going to be having a little look over the next couple of hours. But while you're there across on the website, please do make sure that you check out our January sale, where we've got up to 75% off. Not only that, we've got 500 lines there for you to check out. Now, when it comes to having a little peruse at your heart's content, always remember as well, you're still going to get your Club Inspire on top of that discount. Just make sure that once you've popped them into your basket, when you sign into Club Inspire, then your Club Inspire discount will be deducted. While you're there, we've still got the outlet sale going on as well. So have a little look in there, have a little bit of a peruse and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Maybe you're wanting to treat yourself this weekend, then please feel free to do so. And once again, once you check out, you're going to get your Club Inspire on top of that. Club Inspire, completely free to join. We'll talk you through it within the next couple of hours. But when it comes to where you need to go, it's crafterscompanion.co.uk.com/or.eu. Everything that you're going to see with myself and Debbie, you're going to find on Shop the Day, which is, of course, just off that back end of that incredible craft along. So when it comes to the craft along and the items within that show, you're going to find them within the Shop the Day. That also goes for the very first item that technically was in the craft along show, but what we've got, and we're going to bring it in right at the very start of course, this masterclass. Now, when it comes to this masterclass, I've been here on this side, and then when it comes to on the other side, doing all the incredible demonstrations from Wake Up Call, Craft Along, and then, of course, this masterclass. It is a beautiful friend, gorgeous friend. We've had a little bit of a chin wag in between that little bit of a break there. It is, of course, Debbie. Debbie's back for the masterclass.
Indeed, and a different masterclass.
Yes.
Not one where it's focused on a certain product or a certain type of technique. It's all about I feel, the most important things that we need in this crafty stash: storage, adhesives, and so much more, and especially cardstock. And we've got some beauties on the show as well. So I think it's going to be a good one. And it is that perfect time. This is an interactive channel. And there might be questions that you've got over certain glues, like a tacky versus or purpose, or maybe a 3D glue, chunky glue, versus foam pads. There may be something that just gives you that little bit of an head scratch, or what is the right thing, the wrong thing, what's the best way to store things, what's the best way to use things. Then this is your opportunity. And is it Susie?
It is Susie T that's on the socials.
Yeah, so our lovely Susie, she'll pass through anything that you want, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Really said it around the wrong way around then.
You.
U-Book, or what's the other one? FaceTube. Yeah. But anything you want to ask, then put those questions out there in the comments, and Susie, she'll feed them through to us, and we'll do our very best. And maybe I might not know the answer, but you've got 2 exploits for the price of 1 today. So you're they're more than welcome to ask those questions. And it can also be anything craft related as well. We're open. We're like an open book. We're like an open invitation to whatever it is you want to ask, anything crafty related, and we'll do our very best to answer you, as we've been doing all day, really, to be fair.
All day, absolutely, yeah, absolutely, totally agree with Debbie. If anything, if Debbie doesn't know, then of course we'll ask that other expert. She's just in the gallery at the back there, and that's Nicola, so we'll feed that one across.
She's gone quiet.
She has gone quiet, yeah, that was actually, because was that actually a compliment he just gave me there? Was that just a compliment? She's confused, she's uncomfortable, she doesn't like that. She liked it when I, make fun of her and have digs at her. You know, she doesn't like the compliments. But as you said, Debbie, Susie T is on the social this evening, and we've got, from our Craft Along, Lynn Blackledge, #GoLiveGranny, is saying good evening. Good evening to you. Talking about chinwag, we had a good chinwag with Lynn after the Craft Along, didn't we?
We tend to do that with our Craft Along guests. We like to have a little chat with them just after the show, because we don't get to chat much during the show, like on a personal level. So we always try to do that in the best way that we can, each and every single time, don't we? So, it's been lovely to chat with her. Bless her heart.
Bless her, I know, she's lovely.
She's been running around all day today. I mean, how she's crammed everything she has into a day is beyond me. And then to do the Craft Along as well, I just think is amazing. So it's lovely to have her with us again for this show. I hope you're nice and rested now. I hope you're not running around anywhere, and I hope you're chilling this evening.
Hopefully. Diane's in saying, hiya, good evening everyone from a cold Walsall, West Midlands. Catbutts in the building up in Montrose there saying, hi Crafty Craig and the delectable Debbie. And the team and all the crafties. Well, good evening to you. We've got Lynn Morton saying good evening, Debbie, Craig and all the CCTV team from Newcastle. So yeah, just like the full day, myself and Debbie, we've got Nicola in the gallery, we've got James in the gallery as well. We've got Nugs is out there somewhere, and Liam is still about. Liam is getting a head start on Monday's launch, where he's setting up something big when it comes to Monday's launch, but you will see it on Sunday with First Look. You've got Debbie Fisher and you've got Becky all weekend, so remember you've got that First Look, so he's still about as well. While Debbie was speaking there, I was having a look at all of my camera angles on screen, because Zoe, how can you tell? Craig forgot that hiding his biscuit behind his phone means we can all see it. Nice try. How could you see my biscuit there? I'm looking at all
she
the
must have you on big telly.
I'm looking at all the big camera angles going, how can she find my biscuit there?
Do you know, I never even noticed that.
Yeah. Just one biscuit.
Wait a minute.
I've not got the pack though.
What are they?
Rich teas.
Oh,
I'm on a thing for rich teas at the moment. I had them last week as well on here.
Yeah, I had them for absolutely ages. They're a nice biscuit, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, nice biscuit.
Yeah, you need a mortgage to get them.
I got addicted to white chocolate digestive biscuits.
Good. Had them last week as well.
So nice. It's your fault.
Really nice. Shouldn't be saying it. But if McVitie's, if you're watching, feel free. Horndale Avenue, Crafter's Companion, white chocolate digestives, send them in. And Tetley Tea, if you're watching as well, Send them in as well. Right, Theo, let's crack on when it comes to tonight's masterclass here. Now, the first thing we're going to be looking at, something that both myself and Debbie really, really love. Now, that's not only a heat tool. We always need a heat tool when it comes to crafting, whether it's drying, whether, of course, it's heat embossing. Maybe you want to use it when it comes to flower forming foam. There's many ways in which you can be using your heat tool. Now, when it comes to our heat tool, you're going to be getting the 2 settings, the 2 speeds here, and you're going to be getting that one with the extra long lead, just to say, of course, I know it might sound obvious, but depending on where you're buying from, UK, US or Europe, you will, of course, get the correct plug on the end. Not only are you going to get the heat tool, what you're going to be getting is our magic blocks. Now, this is something that has been in the industry for a wee while, quite a few years, but over the last few years, I personally hadn't seen it. So it's been good to see it come back again, of course, when it comes to us at Crafter's Companion. You've got the 4 blocks there. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. We're going to let Debbie do that just in a moment or two. But what you have got, the heat tool and your blocks, you get 4 of them in there. But I will tell you, though, they are reusable, and you're going to get them for $22.99 or $27.95. You've got that saving of over 20%. If you are platinum, you're going to get that for £18.39 or $22.39. Now, that platinum price is exquisite just for the heat tool on its own. The fact is you're getting your stamping foam as well. That is just an absolute win-win when it comes to the value of both of those. Now, if you are going to then be joining Club Inspire, that's going to be your first order. We all need a heat tool when it comes to crafting. What a cracking price and what a cracking thing to buy as your first purchase when it comes to joining Club Inspire. And it's there, it's on Shop the Day for you to check out, .co.uk.com or .eu. But when I tell you that the blocks themselves, Debbie, they're so much fun. They're magic to me. They're magic.
I wish we do we have the flip book at all, Craig?
Oh, we're
that flip book
bound to.
is just honestly the best visual aid we could give you.
We'll give Nug Nugs a shout.
Yeah, so because that poor lass, she's been called many a thing in a time. Nug Nugs is not one that I'm used to. However, if we could get hold of it, that would be absolutely brilliant, because you're literally going to be able to turn anything into a stamp with this magic foam. Now, we call it magic foam. It's actually a heat moldable foam. So when it's activated with heat, it becomes pliable, and it also means that you can then literally push anything into it and then get a stamped image from it. Genius idea. And whoever did think of it, I mean, I know it's been out there for a while. We're not saying we're inventing the wheel.
No, not at all.
What we're just bringing is our own brand to Crafter's Companion that we've had out now for about roughly around, is it possibly 2 years now or 1 year?
I think it's about 1 year, Debbie.
About 1 year.
It feels more than a year,
Yeah.
but I think it's only about a year.
I always get confused when we start a new year, Craig, about when things were launched. I get slightly confused. But honestly, this is absolutely fabulous. So it's a perfect addition with our heat tool. Now, our heat tool, I will tell you, is one of those crafting essential tools that every crafter should have in their crafty stash. Because not only does it dry your projects when you're using a wet ink or inky background, you've seen Sheena do things with sparkle pens that I won't even go into because she's just magic at the touch of a sparkle pen. But you need something to dry your projects with, then the heat tool is the best one. I like the design of ours, and I like the long slim feature to it. I like the 2-speed setting. It's not a heat setting, it's a speed setting. So if I just click this in, I'm going to try and keep it in the microphone. So the 1, slow, the 2, fast. And it means as well, in terms of what you're using, the different way that you can use it. I'm not going to lie, Craig, I tend to go onto the fast setting every single time. But absolutely incredible, and I lovely Tracy. I've definitely got that, which we'll go through in a minute. I'm just going to simply show you how it is to work, and then Craig will show you that beautiful book that is full of all the ideas that you can turn anything, household objects, food. I mean, it sounds bizarre. Wait till you see the basket shaped one. But literally anything. Metal dies, you can use metal dies. Now, it's okay to use this because we did a first look on Sunday. Should have been with us on Tuesday. However, we had to delay that just due to certain components not being ready, but it is coming this Tuesday, so I'm going to use one of the dies, because literally all you're going to do is take your heat tool, you're going to set it onto the top of the foam, and you're going to heat that foam up. Now, I like to give it a good coverage all the way across, and this is not a 2-second job. This is not something that you're just going to flick and then heat up. You need to make sure you've got all the areas of the foam literally at a nice temperature to be able to push your chosen object. I felt like a royal family then. Royal subject in there. You're going to push your subject. You're going to push your object into it, whether it be coins, buttons, gems, whatever it is that you... Scoreboard. Craig loves the scoreboard.
I love
one.
that.
I know it's your favourite technique. I always have a little feel. You can already feel the heat setting is working its magic, but I'm going to go all the way around that foam and use the entirety of that foam surface. So I'm going to give it one last little flush. There we go. And I should be all good to go. Two ways that you can do it. You can actually take your dice directly in, or whatever object it is, and push. Or you can flip reverse it. Now you can see mine's well loved, because I carry this around with me in my bag. So all I'm going to do is push that design into...
Wow.
I don't know how close you can get into that, James, but that looks beautiful. And it's one of the dies that's coming up in the floral elegance, shall we say, and it's moulded in there. Now, you would think automatically that's going to bounce out of shape, but it isn't, because then you're going to take an ink, and I'm just going to quickly go over this so you can see it more visual. Oh, my God. Isn't that the most beautiful die? And I'm going to give that a nice little ink coverage over the top. And then I'm going to use a spare piece of cardstock, push that down. And again, I like to turn and flip reverse it because I like to make sure. Ooh, brayer.
Oh, the brayer.
Not brayer, brayer.
Brayer.
Always a different term when I say it because the Barnsley comes out. And I'm just going to go over the whole of that crate because we can always chop it down and then take that off. And you can see that beautiful pattern is transferred over. Now, you're probably thinking with your ink, let's push that to one side, you could continue to keep going over that because what it's not going to do is it's not going to lose any shape whatsoever. So if I go back in, get another spare piece of cardstock, go into that corner and just push that down. Again, you can reverse that if you want to, but I'll keep it there just to show you. And again, that brayer effect, just, I mean, come on.
Sensational.
It is absolutely fabulous, it really is. And to turn things like dyes, and I've still got quite a bit of ink on there, what I personally would do would perhaps maybe go on for a secondary, maybe, yeah. Painted one.
I like that.
Make a lovely background, that would. Yeah. But you can take the excess off. Now, I usually have a bit of a spritzer with my water. Let's see if I've got some water in there. And spritz mine and clean it to get that excess ink. Give that a little wipe down. Now, while it stays, and it does stay, genuinely stays into that shape. I'm going to get all the nooks and crannies of that ink out. I've got it all over the sides, but this is what makes this so wonderful.
It's like you say, you look at your dies, your folders, your stencils, anything that's got structure to it, like you say, you know, your dried pasta, rice, all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And can you see the print is still there? That's why we've put 4 blocks in for you, because there might be something that you really like and you want to get multiple prints from. Now, if you're like me, I don't do that. I clean mine off. And then I want to reset it because while ever it stays in this format, it is not going anywhere. I could come back to that tomorrow, next week, next month, and still get the same print that you've just seen me get because I haven't reactivated it and put it back into its form. Now, James, we need a good shot here. A good shot. Shall I do it this way?
Oh, pressure, close? James.
Put a bit of pressure there.
Under
take
pressure.
your heat tool and just go back over your design, and as if by magic it disappears and you can start to see. If I hold that there, let's see if I can do that there, and then literally take that across the whole of that surface area and you're back to a clean slate. So I'm just going to pop that down. Oh, that were a good shot, that, James, that's really good. I'm just going to put it down though because it's getting a tad hot to hold. Yeah, it's a little bit on the hot side because of course we're heating it back up, but what we've got now is back to a clean slate, smooth, ready to be moulded yet again into something completely different. Let me just grab a scoreboard to show you what I mean by that, because this is one of Craig's favourites.
I love this.
I know you love this one, Craig. To be honest, it makes a fabulous background pattern, but I'm just going to make sure all of that pattern's gone, but of course it's still in a mouldable shape. So again, just push that down into your scoreboard at this equation, and then when you take it off, you've got a completely different pattern. And I'm going to go back in with that same ink all the way across, and then let's get our other piece.
Wait for this.
And this might be the first time you've ever seen this, because it's not often we have it here, and it's not often we demonstrate with it, but it's one of our core tools that we have. And again, so we've gone from that to that with the same piece of foam. I love this stuff. I know that I was involved in the launch, and I tell you, I was super excited, let me tell you. Craig did, you've done tutorials on this and videos on this as well. It's absolutely incredible. Again, all I'm going to do is just wet it, and that's only to take the excess ink off. You can use like a wipe. I will tell you, because I used a different ink with this one. You might recognise that one. But it hasn't done anything to it. So the pattern's not there, it's just the ink. It doesn't affect anything.
So funny you said it, because just as you said it, right at that split second, Stephanie Theodos has asked, does it matter what type of ink you use when it comes to using that stamping foam?
No, you can use any ink you want. Obviously, I used, and I think if I remember rightly, I think that was the quick dry one, and it stained it. But I'm not worried. I promise you, I'm not worried. I'm not worried that this one's stained, because now I'm applying the heat back over. All I'm doing is taking that design back out, because I'm going to show you again in a second. Well, I don't have to, because James is doing it for me. But it takes away all of that design out of that foam, and then of course it makes it pliable. So when you want to reset it and redo that. Sorry, stay there. Oops, got a little bit of pinchy hole in there. But all that pattern comes out. That is super smooth. All it is a little bit of ink left over, a bit of ink residue. I'm not worried. That is super smooth. It's ready to do again and again and again on four sides. Maybe you want to do something thinner. You can use these as well. Don't waste these. It's not just the fact that it's a chunky piece of foam to hold. It's a specially designed heat mouldable foam that allows you to turn anything, and now Craig's away to show you what we mean by that, anything you own into a stamping. You can stamp anything with it, and he's going to show you in great detail. What I will tell you is to get both your heat tool and 4 blocks of that, and I never bought more than 1 box.
No, I've not.
Don't need it.
No.
I've got 4. Say 4. 1, 2.
Exactly.
Times that by your other 3. You've got quite a nice surface area to be able to create lots of things. And then, of course, you just reheat it, reset it almost. It's like resetting it back to its original form, ready for you to use time and time and time again, and some of the techniques that Craig's going to show you in a second.
Absolutely. When it comes to actually the heat tool, so you see that today's price, $22.99 or $27.95, that is the price for your heat tool. But you're getting your stamping foam, your 4 blocks, so therefore you are getting them for free. You're getting them for free, but then on that price, that's already exceptional, because that's a saving of 20% from the usual price of $29.98 or $36.90. But as I say, $22.99 or $27.95, that's what you would be for the heat tool. That's giving you a 20% off saving, but you are also getting the 4 blocks of that stamping foam, that heat stamping foam. Even better though, when it comes to your platinum price, $18.39 or $22.36. But let's have a look at our swatch book that Debbie was referring to, because this is all the mediums. I'm sure you're going to be able to find other mediums that you'll be able to press it into. For instance, you're going to be able to do it into keys. You're going to be able to do it into metal embellishments. What about your elastic bands, bubble wrap, even your bubble wrap? You're going to be able to do it into your string, your pasta spirals, twigs as well. You're going to be able to do it into your shells. There's your scoring board that Debbie just showed you there. You're also then going to be able to do it into your Hessian fabric. And each of these, you're going to do them in the exact same way that Debbie's just shown you. Your metal chains, leaves. Now, I would say make sure it's dried leaves. Make sure they're thoroughly dried for you to then stamp into. You've got your paper clips, scrunched up tinfoil. I love that one as well. That's super, super cool. You've got your fine lace, resin flowers. You're then going to also be able to do it into screws and nails. So, you know, Father's Day or for birthdays for your dad, your uncles, sons, all those, the males in the family, you're going to be able to use them for. Your wooden embellishments, so think of those MDF frames that we done. Stencils, you've got mini wooden pegs, you've got knitted tops, you're going to be able to do it into zips, buttons, you're going to be able to do it into the background of the metal dies, you're going to be able to do it into sequins, you're also going to be able to do your background stamps, cotton lace, you're also going to be able to do it round-headed pins. You're also then going to be able to do it with things such as your embossing folders. You're also going to be able to do it into coins as well. What I will say though, and this is something every time that I have shown this, questions get asked, can you use it for handprints? So what I would say, not for babies, not for animals. I know the thinking, of course, of what you're wanting to do, but of course, as you've seen with Debbie, you have to put pressure onto it. So do it with any hard substance. You know, don't do it into, you know, the baby's handprints or feet or for pets or anything like that. So just want to bring that up because it is one that would get asked every single time from new viewers when it comes to showcasing the actual heat tool and also the stamping foam. So if you want to go for that and get these home and do exactly what Debbie was showing you, and then just giving you a little indication of just some of the different mediums you'll be able to stamp into, $22.99 or $27.95. You've got a saving over 20%, but when it comes to that today's price, essentially means you're paying for the heat tool and then you're going to be getting your foam blocks for free. Platinum price $18.39 or $22.36. Lots more of you tuning in still this evening. We've also got Patty is saying, hi all from a very snowy Wisconsin. Beth Valone is saying hello all from upstate New York. You've also got Alison Gibson is saying hello from Belfast. We've also got Sarah Muir is saying good evening everyone. Odds29 is saying evening Craig, Debbie and all from the Highlands. We've also got Diane Cadman on Facebook is saying, I prefer chocolate-rich tea. Pat is saying good evening, good afternoon everyone from a semi-sunny New Jersey. Mary Beth Doyle saying hi everyone from Minnesota. We've got Beth Malone saying I love this foam. We've got Zoe Carver is saying I can spot food a mile away. I'm getting hungry, it's nearly dinner time. Caroline F is saying good evening, you lovely crafty peeps. Rhonda Crowley Creations is saying good afternoon everyone, all my crafty friends, Craig, Debbie, crew and the team social, of course that's Susie, from a snowy cold Oak Park near Chicago. Jane Shank is in saying good afternoon everyone, and Sarah Laney is in saying hi Craig, Debbie and the Crafters TV team. Evening to you, afternoon to you. Welcome to Friday night's masterclass, which is all about the tools and adhesives. So talking about tools, we're going to stick with those ones and we're going to be having a look at our ball tools. We're going to be having a look at our flower formant ball tools. Now this is going to give you, within these ones here, now it's saying 6 elements, so what am I missing guys? Sorry, Nugs just put her head in there and was just laughing at me. So we've got our flower forming tools. Now, it's a 2-piece. It says 6 elements. So what you're going to be getting is you're going to get your ball tools. So you've got your 3 ball tools, but you've got 6 different size heads because you've got 2 ball tool heads on each of the ball tools. So 6 in total, plus you've got your sponge mat as well. You'll see your other one that you're going to get as well that's going to enable you to do the distressing, as Ben likes to call it, the finger toboggan, and you're going to get it all for $14.99 or $19.99. Or you can just have fun with the sound that it makes. Saving over 30%, but when it comes to your platinum price, you're going to be $11.99 or $15.99 for the 3 ball tools, the foam, and also what Debbie's about to show you too.
Yeah, and our lovely Tracy's going to give me some foam so I can show you how this distresses. Could you hear me?
We could hear you.
Could you hear it? I've got the other one. Tracy fetched it over me because for some reason ours has gone missing at the side of us. Yeah, this is your distress tool part of it, which means when you are using our specially designed flower foam, and our lovely Tracy's going to get me some, I'll show you how you use it to create a distressed look with your petals. However, your ball tools are going to come in for so much use in terms of shaping. Now, we have a new launch coming on Tuesday. Oh, yes, we do. I hear you cry.
Do we, Debbie?
We
What
do
are we launching?
indeed. I mean, we gave you that little sneaky peek look on, of course, Sunday. I say we. Corinne did all the hard work. I just stood over there and did all the chatting. But she did some amazing things. And, however, she did use ball tools with our topper pad. So I've got a topper pad here to show you. And then I've got my foam ready to cut some flowers and do a little bit of distressing, which reminds me, let me just plug the thing I need, the hot glue gun down there. I was going to do that because I think we've got the hot glue gun on as well. But you can shape anything with these. It doesn't necessarily have to be with flower forming. You can shape your paper flowers with them as well.
Nice, yeah.
And you can also, because I like to add texture. I don't know about you when you're doing decoupage, Craig. I like to add a bit of texture. And I would just turn those the other side and create a little bit of texture with your ball tools. And to shape as well. So especially if you're using your foam pads or your 3D glue, give it some give it some shape without dropping off there. But you have got, like Craig said, I like how you talk about heads now and not about the...
Well, there was
things.
a time where one of those ball tool heads was the biggest balls in the industry.
They absolutely are, yeah. Is there something bigger now?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, another brand's come out with a slightly bigger ball now.
How dare they?
I know.
How dare they?
So it's two big balls in the industry.
Too big what?
Two big balls in the industry.
Well, this, to be fair, this is probably one of the... I thought this was the largest one, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Especially when you're working on a bigger flower area, that's a really good one.
You don't want that ball to drop, do you?
Yeah, to do some shape. Now, I will tell you, they are quite heavy as
Heavy
well.
balls.
They're not light. You behave yourself, you. But yeah, I'm going to use the small one because I just want to distress the ends of the paper.
You tell it's Friday night and the boss is away,
Child. And just,
you led me into it. I wasn't even going to say anything.
I was
like
being
that.
serious, then I looked across and I saw that little sheepish boy look with a little cheeky glint in your eye and the red cheeks. So I knew you were being naughty, Mr. Laird. You're getting into trouble.
You wouldn't have me any other way, though, would you?
No, I know, I know. But of course, it means that you can add that texture with your paper as well. And I love this. I've always said I love our decoupage sheets because we're no longer doing cardstock. We're doing like a proper paper one, which gives you that pliability. Is that the right word? It is now. But to create proper... Craig, I can see you know.
I was genuinely trying to be discreet.
Was you trying to be discreet there, Mr. Laird? I can see you. Look at him. Look at him. Go and look at him, Jane. Go and look. I saw you. I caught you. Discreet, eh, Mr. Laird? Discreet? I beg to differ. So I'm going to be using some foam pads just to layer this up because I just want to show you where you get that shape from when you use your ball tools and not just to think of it in terms of our flower forming foam. So I'm just going to make sure I line that up properly. Do you know, I absolutely love the way we've done these because the design is that detailed that you can't see the join. Absolutely incredible. Are you okay there, Craig? Mm-hmm. What was that, Craig? Mm-hmm. No. What was that?
No.
Huh? It's Friday night, we'll let you off. But yeah, honestly, I don't know if you've played with this just yet, Craig. I'm really not sure.
I've got it, but I've not played with it yet.
Have you not? Oh, Craig, it's beautiful. Just making sure I've got it the right way around. It is divine.
I love the colours. I absolutely adore the colours.
I said to Corinne that you'd love these. I mean, I think that's what I love about it the most. Mm-hmm. The palettes, the colour palettes. Love the designs of everything, but seriously, this colour palette is fabulous, as another Craig in the industry would say. Just Craig, isn't it? Craig Level. Wait a minute. Oh. Craig Revel.
Strictly. That'll teach me.
Did it go down the rabbit hole there?
It did, yeah.
Now I'm just going to get that in the right place. There we go. And line that up. Perfect. And now you've got a lovely shape. Even with your foam pads, you've got a lovely shape because you've been able to use your ball tools to get that definition that you need in certain things and give it a bit more of a realistic look. So for me, stay still. An absolutely perfect example of not just using foam. However, I am going to do that right now because I'm going to grab hold of Tracy's bless her heart, fetched me
She's a
some
good egg,
She's
isn't
a good
she?
egg, yeah. Let's go in with, I'll use the first top sheet because she's fetched me some dyes as well. So I'll pre-cut these out while we've got these dyes. I've got the mini here. Oh, of course we have. Silly old me. Let me just hold that down for a second while I go and grab it.
What would we do without Tracy?
I don't know.
What would we do? We would be lost.
We'd be lost.
We would.
We would, definitely. Absolutely. She keeps the... Right, get that the right way around, Debbie. The cogs turning.
She does
in the wheel.
indeed. She
Yes.
keeps us in line.
Absolutely.
Brings us down, brings me down a peg or two when I need it.
Some of your videos, late Craig, have been hilarious for you. Whether she's wanted to be the star of them or not.
She is the star of all the videos.
She's the crowning jewel here at Crafters, isn't she?
Oh, she is.
Love her to bits. Right, I'm just going to put those through because I'm literally just going to show you how to do the distressing part. So that's why I've just popped those through. And while we're doing it, while we're here, it is a masterclass. I mean, we'll do everything by a wing and a prep. What if I don't want my poker tool? I'll put it away. Oh, Debbie. I have. Right, let me get my poker tool out because we're going to show you now the distressing part of this. However, do you know what else? Now, normally I would normally use at this point an iron to do this. However, I'm just going to quickly, while I've got it at the side of me, use the heat tool. I just want to apply a bit of heat, not a lot, just a bit. In fact, you know what? I think the heat from the friction of my distress tool, I don't think I need to apply any.
I think you're right.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's go in a bit different. Hang on a minute. The balls were just about to drop, and they were. Oh, it's because they're not. What's the word? I mean, you can't really, can you? Because they're a ball. Do you know they roll off everywhere? Stop looking at me like that. It's because they're not ergonomically shaped. That's what I meant.
You can't give me and Debbie ball tools and just think it's going to go smoothly. You just can't. Come on.
Who put this poll together?
Who put this poll together?
Let's blame them. It's their fault. Doing it to us.
Big balls, dropping balls, great balls.
Now I'm just
great balls of fire.
I'm just going to put all those petals in. I think this is a clover dye. No, wait a minute. It's the lily dye. Not our lily, a lily dye. I'm just going to literally pinch those between my fingers and hold that into place. And then I'm going to take my little, I always call it the finger bobbin, but get it the right way around, Debbie, because you want to distress those petals. You can hear that. The pattern on the finger bobbin, on the pattern on there, creates a lovely distressed petal. So I'm just going to open this back out for a second and actually grab my pole tools back, why not, and re-stretch just the base of the petal. And now you can see that lovely distress. Now, if you ever make your flowers with your foam, you go from a piece that you've cut out to a distressed one. And it really does add texture and it creates a nice look with this. So again, I'll just repeat that and I'll do that a couple of times.
You love your flower forming, don't you?
I love flower forming. Do you know, I haven't done it for ages. I made that many. I'm not lying.
You had a big box.
I did a massive box, a huge box. I filled one of those, practically a craft and stash, do you know, one of our craft and stash boxes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great
full
idea.
of flowers, because I do like to batch make. So yes, absolutely. I love a bit of flower forming. Of course, our Corinne was here the other day doing a little bit of a flower forming technique as well.
So she
Another one
was.
really good with the flowers. I think most of the guys here can. I think it's because the tools make it a very easy job. But yeah, I absolutely love this. And I'm not going to lie, Craig, this is one of my favourite ones, the distress tool. I find really useful in terms of turning a lily into a completely different flower just by adding that distress. So again, I'm just going to twist, run it over that pattern, and you can hear that sound it makes to distress the edges of that foam. And I've not had to apply any heat to this because I think this in itself creates the most beautiful floral. I think I'll do one more and then we'll start to put those together.
It is, I know I've said this about colouring, but the main thing is certainly flower forming. If I have to prep any shows, Debbie, with flower forming, I have to do that at the end of the day, or my last thing to do, because if I start flower forming,
You don't want to stop.
I get nothing else done for the rest of the day, because I just get into that groove, I get into that relaxation, I get into that confidence of creating the flowers, and I just keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember you had some, the lovely lady who specialised in flower forming, came and did a bit in in-house training. I mean, I'm saying we were away. Obviously, we work remotely from home, but you were lucky enough to get a training session in with her, weren't you?
Me and Sarah,
Yeah,
Sarah.
and they did a video. I think they did a video and shared it with us.
That's right, yeah.
Which I found really, really useful. But yeah, you see lots of us here create flowers. Craig loves his flower forming. I do. Debs does. The rest of the team do, and of course we know our lovely Corinne does, because in a previous life she used to make quite a lot.
She did, didn't she? Yeah.
So we know that it's a really good. But again, I think it's the right tools for the job, and if you've got the right tools for the job, this makes this part of the job incredibly easy to achieve. And I'm going to line these up in a second by the naked flower. That's not the right word. The naked form of the flower.
The form of the flower.
That's the word I'm looking for, I think. The natural form.
Natural, yeah.
Yes, there, Debbie.
Were you thinking of the naked chef, Jamie Oliver?
I'm probably thinking of... I'll not finish that sentence because get myself into bother. You won't be getting the phone call. I will if I'm not careful. But you can see going from that, the way that it was intended, die cut with your dies. And then, again, when you cut it out and then distress it, because obviously you can put your lilies together and create your lovely lily. But I love this distress tool. So I think whilst I've got it out, and I have got my foam here, because I'm going to put that onto the foam, and then I'm going to put these pieces all together. I think my hot glue gun should be ready by now. And we'll do a little bit. Actually, I'm going to put it onto the back. Please tell me it's switched. Oh, it is. Do you know, for 1 minute then I thought, have I not switched it on? Have I just plugged wrong plug in? Now, I'm going to just offset
I've done that many a time.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's not just me then.
No,
Thank goodness for that. I'm just going to use my ball tool because, as we know, any nature of any hot glue, it's hot. So please just be aware of that. So I'm just going to build up. I'm going to put it on the back and do it each one. And I'm offsetting each one. Now, I know this is a lily, and I know this is not what a lily looks like, but I want to show you what the distress tools do when you distress. You can turn it into any flower, basically.
Now, when it comes, today's price, $14.99 or $19.99.
Yeah.
Debbie, that's the price of the ball tools and that foam mat. So
Absolutely.
You're getting the distressor for free.
Absolutely, yeah. It is a great deal. Again, very useful. And it might be the first time you've tried, if you've watched our first shows with Corinne, it might be the first time you've tried flower forming, foam, because there is many available on the website. But the tools are the things that you need, and it's not just for your flower forming, as I've shown you. With your paper, you can get those looks with paper as well when you're doing your flowers, just to give it that shape that you want to give it. Let's just offset that into the centre. There we go. I'll take the medium-sized one.
You know, Rhonda's asking, she's put, someone to show how to make the crepe paper flowers from the Save Flowers collection. A few of us done that roundabout when it launched. If you go on our YouTube channel.
I'm sure I did a craft.
You did, didn't you?
Along with the crepe flowers.
I made one.
Oh, yeah.
I know Sarah's done one. I think Leanne's done one. Flower, that is. Yeah, you used them within a craft along.
I think it was a craft along or a masterclass. Because I made a bunch and I stuck them on a wreath.
So you did, that's right, you did.
Do you know, it might be worth tapping into to YouTube with that. But yeah, I can't remember. I'm going to say, because we launched that not this last birthday. I think it was the birthday before. So I think that was October, but I think I did mine early last year. Yeah, maybe worth checking that out because, yes, absolutely. And you can see now I've gone to all these distressed petals. I'm going to add something into the centre, maybe a gem or some stamens, but a lovely flower, but distressed, because if we did that together with these, let me just put those there side by side and just build some of those up. You can see that it's a completely different look altogether because you've been able to distress those edges of those petals. So absolutely, right tools for the job. And it's not just for your flower forming as well, because of course you can shape your paper flowers too with those ball tools. A really great deal. And don't forget, you get your sponge as well. Your sponge just comes in there because press everything into your sponge. You need something to push into to create shape. If you were to do it on a hard surface, you're not going to get anywhere. If you go into the sponge, that's why it's designed with that thickness in mind, because you...
That's what I was
just thinking, what's happened there? I think we've added in some ink. But you need it to be able to push into the foam to give you that definition, to give you that shaping, and that's why you would use those. And then, of course, the distressing element where you can distress your beautiful petals as well. So a great deal and a good set of crafty tools for anything to do with flower forming or just shaping any paper flower that you may make. And let's tell you, in the Floral Elegance, there's a beautiful die set in there. The curly-whirly one, I call them.
The curly-whirly one.
Oh, I love them. Love them. And these are going to be useful for that as well.
Yeah, they really, really are. What a great way to see how you can use that finger distressor when it comes to the flower forming from Debbie. If you want to grab that, then please do so. It's on the website. Check it out when it comes to the shop the day. Now, when it comes to the price, you would be $14.99 or $19.99 for the 3 ball tools. So you've got your 6 different heads there in total, and also that sponge mat. So that's what you would be for that alone, $14.99 or $19.99. That's with a saving of over 30%. But what you're also going to get is you're also going to get that ridged mat and the finger distressor as well that Debbie just showed you there. They're going to come in one pack as well. And essentially you're getting, well, not essentially, you're getting that for free as well. We can see it. I think James is just a way to have a look in a second. There you go. You can see it just there.
You're going to tell me, you're going to warn me, I'm there busy walking away. Bye.
So you can see that the 2 purples, that's what you're going to be getting as well, and that's what you're going to be getting for free. All of that platinum price, $11.99 or $15.99. You're going to find it on Shop the Day as well. So we've gone from our heat tool and our heat sponge mat. We've got our ball tools as well as the finger distressor. We're then going to be having a look at a break. That's what we're going to do. We're going to reset. We're going to give you the opportunity to go and check out your basket. And as Nicola says, we are going for a break. So we'll see you in a moment.
There once was a man who was very crafty. His name was Craig from Carnoustie. He joined the team on Crafters TV. Oh, crafty Scottishman craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He wanted to prove he was the man, but he lost at Craft Wars to Leanne. But 2 weeks later he beat Jan. Oh, crafty Scottishman craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He did so well on Crafters TV, Sarah sent him off to Germany, where he did some work for QVC. Oh, crafty Scottishman craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. His crafting skills, they aren't half bad. In fact, I'd say they're totally rad. That's mainly down to his favourite foam pads. Oh, crafty Scottishman craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. The crafters, they loved him a lottie for his charm and skill. They went quite potty, they nicknamed him the Hardy Scotty. Oh, crafty Scottishman craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. In the crafting world, he's standing tall. He's the best Scottish crafter of them all. Catch him Monday to Friday on his wake-up call. Oh, crafty Scottishman craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Susan Griffiths on YouTube is saying, good evening, Craig and Debbie. How good to be back to see you both and the CCTV team. 2 weeks to sort out in the middle of my craft room. Back on track now. Good, good. Just wait till you've got the rest of it to do. Sorry, hate to remind you on that one. Stephanie Theodos has said, I love decoupage and I love the ball tools. It makes shaping them a lot easier. Stephanie is also saying, now I want to make flowers. You see, that's what happens to me when I'm on this side, and whoever I'm on with, whatever they're using, I'm like, I'm going to dig mine out and start playing. We've also got, Stephanie is also saying, that's a really good price for the ball tool set. Thank you for letting us know that as well. It's always great for us to say to you guys, it's an exceptional price. It's a great price when you're getting this for free or % off. But when you, of course, at home, recognise that as well and let us know, it's nice to spread that out to those that are maybe relatively new and not always familiar with what things can cost here when it comes to crafty tools. We've got Sissy saying I could listen to the Crafty Man song all day. Susie saying it's her favourite song. I can't stand it, I hate it. We've got, no, it's my favourite, it's my favourite.
Oh, I'm thinking,
just
what?
I
love it.
Yeah.
Don't say that in front of Ben. He
I
might
always
take it
say that.
personally.
No, he knows I'm joking. I always say it generally is my favourite one, not being biased, of course. Pat said on Facebook saying, still one of my favourite songs, and it does perk up the spirits. Thank you for playing it again. It never gets old. Well, for as long as I'm here, it will always get played every now and again, that's for sure. We've also got Lillian on Facebook saying, Craig, Nectar / Sainsbury's sent me a review of my shopping habits. I was the #1 buyer of rich tea in my local store. Nobody bought more than you in 2023. I'm not sure if I should be proud or hang my head in shame. Be proud. Be proud. I would be. Can't go wrong with rich teas. Rich teas are one of those. I said it the other day, Debbie, is I have to buy McVitie's rich teas.
Yeah, can't be any other.
Can't be anything else. It's like tomato sauce. It has to be Heinz.
Oh my God, no. No other tomato sauce than Heinz.
No.
The same with an HP sauce, the same with a salad green. No shop button, because my dad's always like a big believer in they're the same thing, just different labels.
No, some things aren't.
No, some things definitely are not.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Remember, right, we've got about an hour, just over an hour and 10 minutes left. Just under an hour and 10 minutes left. While Debbie's here, any questions, anything that you want to ask, of course, then just fire them across. Susie T is on the social. Maybe a little bit of a recap of what Debbie has shown you. Maybe, of course, you want to then just ask something specific when it comes to craftiness. As Debbie said at the start, she's opened it up if there is anything you want to ask when it comes to any crafty questions. questions, then fire them across. But what we're going to have a quick look here before we go across to Debbie is our Rock-a-Blocks. Now this one, it's a 2-piece, so in total you're going to get 6 Rock-a-Blocks. I'm not going to go over exactly what they're going to be doing and how you're going to be using them. That's what Debbie's just a way to show us here. But if you do struggle when it comes to stamping, this is definitely something to consider trying, because I think it's fair to say, or safe to say, that it will help. Now you're going to get them all $9.99 or $13.99. Works out half price for all 6 of them. Your platinum price comes down to $7.99 or $11.99. Now with these ones, Debbie, these have been within Crafter's Companion. Obviously it's one of Sarah's ideas with her dad. How does it help, and how does it, of course, give you that best look when it comes to stamping?
Because you're not applying a stamp directly on surface. Now, I know we've got a stamping platform with a magnetic base, and we have different size stamping platforms, which will work for any of your stamping purposes. But this is a curved shaped stamping appliance, and it's got a slight curve. If I just hold that there just for a second, lovely James can show you, you can see that curvature that's on here. Now it applies to any stamp, whether it be acrylic, or whether it be what's the other one, Craig? Acrylic. I would call porcelain then, but it's not porcelain, you'd have to have
Photopolymer, red.
Thank you, photopolymer. No, it began with a P. It's a Friday night, Craig, that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. Unmounted stamps. So as a company, if you followed us for many years, grey unmounted stamps. When I say grey unmounted stamps, not the ones that are on a block that gave you quite a decent, depending on where they got from, quite a decent stamp. Unmounted ones, you can apply to those. You just need to repositional spray or something to stick them on because they don't have a coating like acrylic or photopolymer does. But it's that curvature that you give it. Now, Frank, obviously, engineering brain there, had designed this with our lovely Sarah, a core tool product and one that stands the test of time and one that I think will continue to sell as long as Crafter's Companion is out there in the crafting world. We don't need to change the design of it because it does exactly what it says on the tin, but it gives you that heel to toe motion so that you are hitting the different angles of your stamp in one effective move, basically. So in order to, and the reason, I'll tell you another reason why I love Rock-a-Blocks. I'm going to stamp away for you in a second, but with a stamping platform, to do what I'm going to do in a minute, it's quite difficult to do without having to keep moving things around, whereas with your Rock-a-Block, you've got that freedom to move, and that heel-to-toe motion helps when it comes to inking. So I've placed mine onto the centre of, and I've gone with a large one, this flower, just going to tell you. And no, it's all over there, patch on. I thought, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? While it's coming, because it is coming, our lovely Sarah in that building on Tuesday with that launch. It's going to be fab. Now, don't worry if you get any ink around the outskirts. The only place you need to think about where the raised elements are is the heel-to-toe motion, is the 2 sides. Not this side, these 2 sides. So if you've got a larger stamp, and that's the lovely thing about our Rock-a-Block, Craig, is that we've got various different sizes. That one would work beautifully with, you know, like a sentiment stamp. We've got teeny-weeny ones in there, or a teeny-weeny one in there, for all of your smaller things that you want to stamp with. They all work the same way. Now, I'm just going to make sure I've got no excess ink on the end, because I've just been chatting there and forgot. I'm not going to worry about this, because don't forget your stamps raised. So I'm not going to worry in the slightest when it comes to this. Now, the easy way that I can tell you how to hold these, I'll put my cardstock there, is to grab all 4 corners and then just apply a little couple of fingers in the centre. But what you're going to do, now, shall we do this from the front angle, James? Would that be easier to do? Or from the top? What do you think? Because I don't think you're going to see that rocking motion. Has James fallen asleep?
There we go.
Thank you, James. Sorry, I thought he'd nodded off then. All right, I can't hear him.
I did hear a tinny getting
He's so quiet. I keep telling him he's got to shout in my ear. I can't hear James. He's the most softly spoken person I know, genuinely, but I can't hear him, so I just need to shout. That's too quiet. Is that shouting? God, James, I love you. His little shout then. Yeah. Yeah, no. Louder, James, loud. Right, okay, I'll get on because you just give me a little warning there in my ear.
That's you
Are
being
you ready? So we're going to do that heel to toe. So while we do this, grab hold of it and you're going to rock it forward. So I'm going to pop it and make it the contact. Hit this spot first. So heel and then rock that round until you get that perfect precision stamp. Can we do the overhead now, James? Sorry. Look how glorious that is. Just one fail swoop onto a hard surface as well. You can use your stamping mats if you want to. I find either works equally as well. It depends on I talk about this a lot. It depends on the state of my hand on the chosen time that I'm going to do this. But this is the beauty of having one of these, Craig, is the fact that, again, that simple motion where you rock him, again, means you can create little background papers. And I know we wouldn't normally do this with this because this is a corner stamp. However, it's just to show you the fluidity and the flow that you get with your rocker block every single time you stamp that down and apply the ink all over. Let's come in that angle. And can you see how beautiful each stamp is? So the confidence that I have is that I told Jan this many a moon. I wasn't the best of stampers until I started using things like the right tools. And this could not be one of the most, well it is, it's one of the most finest stamping platforms that we do here, because this is the results that you are going to get. And I'm going to continue that, Craig, so I'm just going to ink up a little bit more. Not worrying about the ink going on my glass mat, I can get rid of that. But I just want to do that heel to toe and create... I can hear James in me. I'm like proper speeding up there. I promise, James, I'll be quick. I'll shut up in a minute.
Go, but James, we're professional. We can manage. Don't worry about us.
But can you come in close, James, so I can show you now the faith that I have in the rocker block is the fact that I know I get precision clean stamping every single time. And that's the beauty of the heel to toe rocking motion that you get with your fabulous rocker blocks that have been designed with an inch of the life to do that for you.
Awesome. And you can do exactly what Debbie's done with lots of different size stamps by going for your 2 sets of your rocker blocks. You're going to get them both. It's half price when it comes to these ones. 6 in total, $9.99 or $13.99 with your platinum price of $7.99 or $11.19. You're going to find them on Shop the Day across on the website .co.uk.com for you guys Europe.eu. 1 hour left to go.
Oh,
1 hour left to go.
Where is it going?
It just flies in just like that. So we've got 1 hour left within our masterclass, which is all about tools and adhesives. Now, of course, it may be 1 hour to go on this Friday evening, but we've still got a whole weekend lined up for you. Of course, we've got Debbie and we've got, so that's Debbie Fisher, and we've got Becky as well. We've got the same guys in the gallery. They're going to be in all weekend, Nicola and also James, and then you've got Nug Nugs, who's going to be in as well. So same team. However, the only difference is instead of myself and Debbie Robinson, it's going to be Debbie Fisher and Becky as well. So don't forget about the shows and the first look that they've got on Sunday. We've got Susie T is on the social, so you've still got time to send any questions across to Debbie. A couple of them. It has actually. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if this is maybe a family member, James. We've got Pat. I know it's not. I'm just joking, by the way. Pat Demaris on Facebook is saying, "I would just like to thank James for the terrific camera work."
He is.
He is.
Absolutely
He
red
is.
hot.
He
I'm not gonna
really,
lie.
really is.
I mean, red hot in your camera work, James, just so we're... So we've got not crossing any boundaries there. He is...
HR, Monday.
I know, yeah. He is absolutely superb at his shots. He really is. So, Pat, I totally agree with you on that one. Don't think we gave him enough credit sometimes. He's absolutely amazing. As is our lovely Jamie.
Yeah.
Both of them superb. Those close-up shots are not easy to do in the control room. I don't think, anyway. They put me in there, I won't be able to do them. So thank you for that, Pat. It doesn't go unnoticed because they are fabulous, they are.
Really are. Great work, great work. Sarah Muir is saying, I have some rocker blocks. They arrived today, so I'm going to try some with Debbie's tips. And he's also saying, this is so useful, Debbie, for the rocker blocks. Thank you. I shall give them a go over the weekend. I know there was a couple of questions, but it relates to exactly what Debbie just covered about the rocker block, about the positioning, the way that you rock them. So hopefully that's helped for you guys as well. Give it a shot. If anything, you still need to ask, then send in any questions through to Susie T. But we've got just under an hour left to go. So we're now going to have a look at, well, we're going to have a look at my box of goodies here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to flick through these because all of these on our website is 3 for 2. Now, it can be, of course, our 6-inch scissors. So we've got our 6-inch scissors at $12.99, or for you guys stateside, $19.95, with your platinum price of 10. Is that the 6-inch ones? That is the 6-inch ones, yes it is. 6-inch, $12.99 or $9.95. We've got your platinum price. Go figure, Nicola. Who would have thought? Ask a silly question, Craig, you'll get a silly answer. Nicola just said, yeah, the 9-inch are bigger. I walked into that one, didn't I? Walked into that one. So everything that I'm showing you are across on the website. You're going to find them 3 for 2. $10.39 or $15.96. So that's your 6-inch. We've got our large ones that we can see. Even these are in. These ones here, phenomenal. These ones here, 9 inches. $15.99 or $24.99. $12.79 or $19.99. We've then also got our 4x4 stamping platform. So when it comes to that one, you're going to get that one also as part as the 3 for 2. So you can pick any 3 that I'm showing you. 4x4 stamping platform. You've got $9.99 or $14.95. Your platinum price is $7.99 or $11.96. Maybe you want to build yourself a nice little bundle. Now, of course, you can then, you don't have to go for 3 necessarily. If you want to go for 6, you'll still, of course, get, that'll still work out. You're going to get your 3 for the price of 2 over both. We've then got, and this is in it as well, our essential toolkit. That's in there as part of the 3 for 2. Now, when it comes to that one there, $19.99 or $29.95, with your platinum price, $15.99 or $23.96. Now, in that, you'll get your little self-healing mat, you get your little snippy scissors, you also get your ruler, metal ruler, you get your poke tool, reverse tweezers, and you also get your craft knife as well. So that's in there as part of the 3 for 2. We've also then in there got our 4-pack of our water spritzers from Spectrum Noir. So if you want to do any of your water-based techniques, then you can do that within these ones. So it's your fine spray, that one there is your 4-pack, $4.99 or $6.95. Your platinum price for that one is $3.99 or $5.56. We've then also got our 6x6 stamping platform. So that one's in there as part of the 3 for the price of 2. Now within that one there, this is giving you your 6x6 stamping platform. That one is $14.99 or $19.95. You got your platinum price there for $11.99 or $15.96. So that's in the 3 for 2. You've got your little mixing palette within there as well. So that's in there. You don't necessarily have to use it for mixing your colours. Maybe you like to do your jewellery making, little beads in there, sequins in there as well. You can use it whichever way that you so wish, but that's in there. Mixing palette, $1.99 or $8.95, with your platinum price of $1.59 or $7.16. Sticking with the stamping, we've got our 12x12 stamping mat, which works perfectly with the 6x6 and the 4x4. With this one, you've got that at $5.99 or $7.95. Your platinum price, that comes down to $4.79 or $6.36. It is a bit of a sponge. You've got give there when you do your stamping with, of course, your stamping platforms that we showed you before. So that's in there as an option for 3 for the price of 2. What about your die release tool and the foam pad? That one there is in the 3 for 2 as well. So really, really good, but you've got the ability then to take out all the tiny little die cut pieces with the die brush as well as that sponge mat. You've got that for $4.99 or $9.95, but your platinum price is $3.99 or $7.96. So you might want to go for that one. We've got our edge crimpler. That's in there, which will be my wrestling name. So you've got that. So that's going to be a really nice way to distress the edges. Originally, it was brought out and manufactured for you to then just snip away at your threads when it comes to the soft crafts. Tiny little, minute little blades that are just encapsulated all the way around. But it's a nice, safer way to distress the edges of your card and your paper instead of using the scissors if you so wish. $2.49 or $3.49, platinum price $1.99 or $2.79. So that might be an option when it comes for the 3 for 2. And then last but by no means least, you cannot have too many pokey tools. If you look in Debbie's bag, you look in my craft case, you're going to see an abundance of pokey tools. So it's giving you that double pack there. You do have that protective nib on each of them, and that's because they are very, very sharp. I've bought pokey tools in the past where they're not sharp. I'm not going to say they're blunt, they're just not sharp. To me, that defeats the purpose. So they are sharp. You've got that protective cap there. Take the back ends off if you like to do your paper pricking around the edges and create that sort of faux stitch effect. You can do that with them as well. $1.99 or $2.95. Platinum price comes down to $1.59 or $2.36. So that's everything that you'll find across on the website as part of the 3 for 2. So have a little look, have a little peruse, see maybe you want to get the stamping mat with the 2 stamping platforms, maybe the mixing palette, maybe it's that essential tool set. If you're going to go for, take advantage of the 3 for the price of 2, definitely go for that. I would tell you that that's a must because that gives you lots of key tools that you're going to need on a daily basis when it comes to your crafting. So that's in there. It's great, isn't it, Debbie?
I absolutely love it. Seriously, one of the most useful toolkits to have. Look, I can't get over some prices of these. Craig,
some of these
prices are insanely good.
So good.
But all tools that you need in your craft room to make your crafting really an enjoyable experience. They're not gimmicks, they are things that do a certain job. And if there's anything you want to see in any of those that Craig's shown you, just ask, because I'll show you how easy they are to use. Talking of which...
Yes, go for it.
Oh, no, we're just going to tell you because we're moving on to us. Aren't we moving on to those?
Yeah, we are indeed.
Oh, I love these.
Fire away. Do you want to just do it?
I love them. I'll show you how easy it is to do. The refillables. Recently launched. Have the other bits come in yet? I'll not say anymore. Something's coming soon. But the refillables now offer you, of course, both. Now, I was going to show you my box, Craig, but I opened my box up and I thought, what have they been doing? It's literally been rinsed and raided.
Do you want this one?
Look, have you seen this? Look at this, Craig. This is on the Crafters Expert side. Look at that. I mean, come on.
Oh, my gosh. Corin, come on.
I'll show you a full one because Craig has brought these over for me. Thank you very much. Now, this is how your box will come. Now, I love the fact that we've done it in a bigger package for you to get hold of. Your main two tape pens are here. Now designed slightly differently, and I'll show you that for an example in a second when I get hold of one of the other ones, but with more tape. So we've still gone for the straight and we've still gone for the dotty. We've changed the colour to raspberry on this one. Previously it was like a light purple. We've now differentiated between them very more visibly. They were both purple before, one light, one dark. We're now giving you a bit more of an helping hand with the fact that we've designed them. But what we have designed is that they're now refillable. And I love the refill aspect of this. I love the fact that we've got more, 30 metres now of the strongest double-sided dry glue, because it's a tape pen. And the dotty, 30 metres of the dotty, so you're going to get more out of them. And then you've got all your refills in here as well. So you're getting actually 6 of each, and they're your refills. And I'll show you how easy it is to change that over in a second, because I think you need to see this. For those that maybe have never got them before, don't know how to do it, I'll show you very simply how we do this. Now, I can see this is nearly coming to the end of its life in this one, so probably a good opportunity to show you. Now, of course, it's got like a, you can see, in fact, can I just bring in one of the older ones just for a second? Got one in my bag so you can see the difference between the two. That's what it used to look like. They're similar, similar kind of, just slightly different. We used to call it the mouse. We still call it the mouse because we still do these. But this is the difference here. So what you've got now, once that's been used, it gets thrown in the bin. It's still 22 metres and it's still quite a decent amount in there. But you're going to take off what we call it's like the holder that holds it together. So you're going to take that off and then you simply just grab hold of it and it comes apart. Now, I just make sure that I've got the whole of that, so the whole way round, you're taking it off. Now, the bit that's refillable is this bit. This is the bit that's going to be changed over, and then you've got your bit there that you're going to pop. Let me grab another one out, Craig. Let's bring that out. Come on, out you come. And then we're going to put that together again. So we're just going to place that together, and you literally, just like kind of clicks. Did you hear the clicking sound? And then you simply pop the casing back over the top, and you can see there's like a hole here that fits over. Whereas we had it before in the past on the top, it just slips over the top, and that holds it in shape. Just click it. That's all you do. I love the fact that now you don't have a throwaway top.
Yeah.
I was forever losing it.
So was I.
And I'm not sure how you, Craig. I carry a lot of gems in my bag. Forever picking a gem up because I don't put the top back on, this said one. And every time I came to use it, I'm thinking, what's happening here? And I've got a gem stuck underneath it, which then can go into it and then literally void the tape pen. So for me, I love the fact that we've actually popped the top in, click that back, snap that down, and now you've got your tape pen good to go. And I think I'll use a bit of black cardstock, shall we say? Let's bring in a bit of glass. What's been going off here? What's been going off here?
Corin.
You've been doing some doodling? I bet that's a Sheena.
That's definitely Sheena.
That's a Sheena, look, I can tell. Sheena, what are you like?
Is it signed? You could put it on eBay.
I've got one who works at Art at Home.
Have you?
I have, yeah. It were in my box of goodies for my friend's charity, but I looked at it and thought, oh my God, it's lovely. Wanted to keep
I would
a
love a
Sheena
bit of
piece.
Sheena artwork.
Sheena original. You're going to hold it the same way where you simply, and if I just show you, you're just going to drop that down. You're still going to do, as we've often talked about it, the little flick. It just releases it. And if I hold that up, James will be able to show you, a solid dispense of your double-sided, very, very sticky, strong adhesive. And then when you finish using it, instead of getting your top and having to find it, just clip that back over the top and it's good to go. And you've got 30 metres. And literally, once that is all gone, all you're going to do is dispense of that, and then you're ready to go. Now, that's a lot of glue, and that applies to the same as the Dotty as well. It's exactly the same in design. It's exactly the same in terms of the amount of glue that you've got on there. And it's exactly the same way that you would undo the top, unclip it, and then pop the next one in, so the casing back over there. But the difference that you get, of course, with your Dotty is the fact, and again, you're still going to do that little tiny flick, but what you've got there, especially for your die cuts, your intricate die cuts, is you've got the Dotty design. And look at that camera work again. Good God, James, genius. Because I'm sorry I've done it on black cardstock, but it was the first bit of cardstock that I got to hand. Perfect for all of your intricate die cuts. You're not going to get any of that ugly glue seeping through. Absolutely incredible. But the fact that they're refillable now, for me, is the exciting part. No longer now do I have to worry about throwing. I can just take that element out and put the refillable in there. And the price, we said this the other day, Greg, that price, it's flipping amazing.
When you weigh it up and work it out,
Well, can
Debbie.
you see the red line? That's what, I mean, the value of it is incredible because you're not buying individuals anymore. You're buying, like, the whole box with the refillables in there. The price, and especially your Club Platinum price. And have you still got your discount voucher that you got with your calendar?
Right, I know.
I wanted that calendar.
I wanted it.
I never got that calendar.
We're on the blinking thing and we don't even get one.
It. I ended up having to get Harry Styles. I mean, I'd rather look at Craig Laird and Ben, but I had to get an Harry Styles one. Well, I didn't personally get it. My son got it me.
Yeah.
I dropped enough hints. I wanted a Harry Styles one. But I would have loved a Crafter's Companion calendar.
Me too.
Not happy. Didn't get one.
See, they take our photographs, put us on calendars. We don't even get one. I did get a John Scott one though. He sent me a John Scott.
I can't believe that.
I know.
What did you do to get a John Scott calendar?
A guy doesn't tell. But yeah, that was so wrong on so many levels. I didn't mean it on that way. Yeah. That's how rumour starts.
That's how rumours start, Craig.
That's how rumour starts. That's how many different rumours start on many different levels on that one. So let's just move on with that one there and let's go to our low-tack tape here. Now this is a 3-pack. Now it's not a 3-pack as in a 3-pack where you get in your low-tack tape on the dispenser. It is 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 separate packs, but in total, you're getting 9 of your low-tack tapes. Now, you're getting the 9 low-tack tapes, but each of them are on the dispenser as well. When you have used these up, these are standard small sticky tape dispensers. So if you've got things such as your washi tape, your fancy colour tape that you get out there, as long as they're on the small rolls at Christmas time and what have you, you can keep using them time and time again. With these ones here, you've got the most incredible 75 metres of tape. That's on each one. So when you times that, when it comes to the 9 of them in total. What we're going to be using these ones for is to tack our dies down when it comes to your cardstock, to stop them moving. Now, if you do your plate configuration kind of the traditional way with the magnetic shim, your dies and your cards, then you don't always need that low tack tape. Many of us nowadays, we do it the other way so we can see where we're die cutting. So when we have the die facing down, we'll use that tape to tack it in. Now, yes, it is low tack tape. However, with the pressure of the Gemini, what can happen is that pressure compresses it down, and then therefore when you take it out, it can, as you peel away, take away some of the fibres of the cardstock. So what we tend to say when we're demonstrating it is if you just have your tape just on the die onto the waste side of the card, or if you are popping it in the middle of an open aperture within the die, make sure it's taped down into what will be a waste component, just so that that doesn't happen. But you've got that low tack tape. You go for that set there where you're going to get your 3 packs, but it's 9 of the tapes and the dispensers in total. $9.98 or $13.90. You've got a saving of over 30%, but when it comes to your platinum price, you're going to get that for $7.98 or $11.12. Now, when it comes to the tack of it, you know, when I was saying with the pressure of the Gemini, you can de-tack it by putting it onto your sleeve or your jumper, or that just takes some of that tackiness away. If you do that, you can start using it for masking, you know, do masking techniques and that. But ideally, it's for you to then just tape down all of your dies when it comes to them stopping moving when it comes to your plates. You don't need to use them for just our plates and our Gemini, any dies whatsoever with any die cutting machine. But all of that, $7.98 or $11.12. Nice one just to pop into your basket and know you've always got them there. Because it will last you a lifetime. No, it won't. That won't. Can I just say, it won't last you a lifetime. It will last you a long time, but you will need to come to a point where you need to replenish your stock. So it's always nice when you see deals like this one, then you can then just pop them into your basket and you've got that little back catalogue. But for anyone asking, please do not record this and come back and say, Craig says they'll last a lifetime. They don't. It will last you a long time. But you can get that on the website. Everything that you've seen myself and Debbie showing, you're going to find them on Shop the Day, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. So we've gone from tape, and we've got some of our glue. So we've got our Collal. This is our 100ml all-purpose glue. This is a Monday mega deal on a Friday.
On a Friday? A Monday mega deal on a Friday. Do you mean we've carried it forward from the Monday mega deal?
We must have done.
I think we must have done. But a great excuse.
I only read what's on our product sheets. It says Monday mega deal.
God love them. It's been a long couple of weeks. Ain't January the longest month of the year?
Oh my gosh, isn't it
I feel like we should be at the end of January.
I know.
And we're only
I'm fed
12
up of
days
beans
in.
and water.
Let that sink in. 12 days.
12 days.
I feel like it's the 200th day of January.
You're telling me.
I don't understand why it lasts so long. Is it just a psychological thing?
It must be.
It must be because of Christmas, New Year.
Must be. And like most people, we got paid early.
And do you know that's what it is, Craig? So now we've got to go even longer.
Exactly, I know. It's great at the time, but then come now January, you know, the start of January, not even mid-January, and you're like, beans on toast again. Do you not like beans on toast?
I would rather stick red hot pokers in my eyes than eat beans on toast.
Oh, we've got that far, but...
Oh, no, honestly, beans on toast.
Beans on toast, comfort food.
Beans on toast, no.
Do you like beans?
Not really.
Not really.
I'll have them now and again. I've got to be in the mood for beans.
Yeah, right.
Got to be in the mood. Again, certain variety. I won't even entertain any other.
Got to be Heinz.
But yeah.
Heinz, if you're watching.
Beans, jacket spud, beans, toast. No, I've got to be in the mood. So my on toast thing. Oh, I like a talk of food. Should we get some chat going in the last 40
Yes.
minutes? What do you like on your toast? Me personally, shouldn't say it, thick Lurpak butter.
Oh, nice.
On fake toast. However, at the 12th of January, I can't really afford Lurpak, so it's going to have to be that imitation stuff that I can't believe it's quite not butter, whatever it is, road of rubbish, because it isn't butter, it's margarine. I don't care what they say, does not taste like butter. But yes, that's what I prefer on mine. Although I do like a bit of peanut butter. Or as my little grandson calls it, you'll love this, Craig, Peter butter.
Oh.
Peter butter, nan, Peter butter. So I try to say peanut butter, but Peter butter comes out all the time. And I think Peter butter, why not? But yeah, I love a bit of peanut butter with the banana sliced on the top.
Oh, nice.
Nice. It's very nice. Try it. Yeah. What do you like on yours?
Beans on toast.
Yeah. Is that really your favourite? I thought you just said it for effect. Is it really favourite?
Well, like, just like toast, like if I'm having it in the morning.
Yeah?
Oh, right, okay.
in the
Yeah,
morning?
no. If I'm having like toast for breakfast or that, marmalade or jam. But no, I like beans on toast. It's real nice comfort food. Real nice comfort food.
Do you agree with Craig or do you agree with Debbie? Let Susie know, because let's get a bit of food chatter going
Let's
off
get it, yeah.
in that last 40 minutes. It's Friday evening, it's fine.
So Susie's saying her favourite breakfast, banana with peanut butter.
Yay! Look, me and Susie. Kindred spirits. We've said it often. Christmas tree's not down yet. Kindred spirits is all I'm going to say.
It's you, Debbie. It's you.
It's what?
It's you.
It's me.
You've got the glue.
Oh, sorry. I do apologise. I forgot I've got a job to do. It's the thought of food. It's the thought of toast. I think that's what I'm going to have for my tea when I get home.
I think I'm going to have beans on toast for my tea when I go home.
Yes. Glue. So the Monday Mega Deal, is it 6 packs of this? So the 100ml bottles, which I, funnily enough, have got in my hand, times this by 6. This is an amazing deal for 50... How much are we saving? 35%. And can I just tell you, this is a craft room essential. This glue, I would not live without. If I ran out of that glue, I would literally cry. It is my go-to glue for mats and layers and so much more. It's absolutely fabulous glue. It's what I call the wiggle glue. It's the solvent-based glue. It's not the water-based one. There's a difference between the two, between our tacky to our all-purpose. All-purpose literally is that all-rounder glue. And it's not just for cardstock. I mean, I talk about it for mats and layers because when it dries solid, it gives you almost like an extra layer of cardstock. It dries so solid, it solidifies so lovely, it gives you extra rigidity. So for mats and layers, you'll often find me and Craig using this a lot. It is literally the most brilliant glue. The fact that it's a solvent-based one means that if it splodges out by any mistake or you get a little bit of glue that comes out of the, out onto your mats and layers, you just wipe it away and you roll it up into like little ball format because that's what it is. It's like a rubber glue is the basic way to call that. But it is perfect for those mats and layers. And I've just literally cut myself a couple of mats and layers down with that gorgeous cardstock I had in the craft along. Apply. Now, when I apply my glue, I don't know if you can see, it isn't a massive amount. It's like a little light touch all the way around. So you've got a nice squeezy bottle, a nice applicator. Some of these will be different. Some will have a spatula part to it, but this one is the one that doesn't have the spatula. And then you're going to stick that down. Now, I know that this cardstock is about roughly around a 250. So there's 2 layers on there, which creates a 500 GSM. But when it dries and it dries solid, it is absolutely incredible for those mats and layers to give you that extra rigidity. And you don't get any warpage with our all-purpose. The only time I wouldn't use this is on what I call a coated cardstock. And by that, I don't mean like a pearlised card. It's fine on pearlised card. What I mean is things like your glitter. So do you know our encapsulated glitter cardstock? Things like our mirror card, and Craig will tell you, you get some of this on the mirror card, It's very difficult to wipe away. It lifts the colour when you do wipe it away of your particular one because of the solvent-based part of that glue. So for me, it's my go-to choice when it comes to mats and layers. But again, it's the fact that if you do get a little bit, and I'm just going to put a little bit onto there, and let me just drop a little bit on. I have put the minuscule amount. God, James, you'd have a right job trying to find that. I think you can just about see it. But it does mean that you can, and I hope I've got clean fingers. There we go, perfect. It does mean, little tiny blob. Can you see the tiny, oh, I've dropped it. Roll them up into like little glue bogies. It means that if you do pop some down by mistake, or you just literally take it, rub it along until it all forms together, and it will do, because you will be able to take off. And that's the difference, and you can see if I just put those there at the side, God, I don't want to come off the finger, that's the glue. But there's no glue here, which is where I dropped it, and I defy James to come in close and find that glue.
Do it, that's a
Come on,
challenge.
James, this is a challenge and a half. Find the glue, apart from the fact that it's rolled up into a rubber ball. Can you see it? No, you can't, because that's the beauty of an all-purpose glue. It gives you wiggle time, and I'm going to do a little bit of black and white just for a second. Oh, there's my other blue glue. There it is. I wonder what we're doing. We're front of desk. Let's put a lot on. Let's get a lot on. We'll get a bit of wiggle going off there. Now, can you see it's come out on the black? Let's go there. So again, and this, not only has it got that lovely wiggle time, movement time to get into place. Come on, James, find the glue.
Go for it, James.
Go for it, James. Put it on matte black cardstock. Can you see it? Can you see it? No, you can't, because that's the beauty of this fabulous glue. It is the all-rounder, it's the all-purpose, it's not just for cardstock, because there's lots of other things that you can use, and I always have to remind me, because in my head, I use this for mats and layers and gluing, my cards together and things like that, and forgetting that wiggle time. I forget that it also literally sticks lots more onto there. Wood, leather, paper, cardboard. I mean, I personally don't use cardboard, but cardboard you could be sticking. It's quick and clean, and it dries clear as well. Now, that's not to say tacky glue doesn't dry clear, because it does, but it's the low water content glue. That's a solvent-based glue, and that's why. And again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I always thought it was a gimmick. I thought you don't need different glues, but you do, depending on your cardstock, depending on what you're sticking to it as well. So for me, that one is a beauty. What a deal. And then when you look down in that box, for 6 bottles, what does that, £2 a bottle? Is that £2 a bottle?
Yeah.
£2 a bottle? Or $24.80, I just think it's an amazing craft stasher at that price to get extras in, because it's one of those glues you do not want to be without.
Definitely
Love
not.
the stuff.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go from the Collal 100ml all-purpose glue, £15, $31, the saving of over 35%. But as Debbie said, £2 a bottle when it comes to platinum price, £12 or $24.80. That's one option that you've got. But then what we've got when it comes to the decoupage. Now, you know, earlier on with the ball tools, Debbie was showing you with the foam pads when it comes to things such as decoupage. What we've then got is we've got our Collal, this is our 3D glue gel. Now, not only is it the glue gel, you've got the tools as well. You're going to get this for £6.39 or $7.96. You've got a saving of 20%. But then what you've got is you've got your platinum price at £5.11 or $6.37. So for this one, Debbie, when it comes to the Collal, where you've got your 80ml 3D glue gel, where would we be using this? Although I've just realised, I've just said a minute ago where you would use it with the foam pads, but forget about that one there. Where would we use this one, Debbie?
It's decoupage glue, Greg. It's chunky glue in my world.
Glue.
And you'll hear me often talk about it. I love the fact that it's got all the tools. I'm just saying all the tools. Do you know that Liam is giving me a mucky one?
Oh, don't trust that guy.
I mean...
Do you want mine?
That shouldn't be happening for a second. Thank you. You're so kind. I'm going to give that back to... I'll give that back to you. Give that back to Liam. Could you put them back in there for me? Yeah. He's given me a mucky one, a used one. I said to him, can I have a new one, please? So I can show you all the tools that you're getting. Right, 3D Collage glue. Chunky glue. The reason I call it chunky is because that's exactly what it is. It's our gel-based wet glue. Now, with any wet glue, it needs a drying time. This one more so than any of things like all-purpose. All-purpose dries within a few minutes. Tacky, as it suggests, the tackiness, it's tackiness, it holds, it grabs, and it's stuck. And it sticks solid as well. With this, it's a wet glue. It takes a little bit longer, but it's perfect for all your embellishments. When I say embellishments, I'm talking your chunky kind of embellishments, things like your ribbons, things like your bigger gemstones. I never trust any of the other glues when it comes to this glue. This is the one that I go to. When I'm talking like those big gems that you can put in the centre of things, this is the go-to glue that I use. I've purposely asked for it to be stripped back to its bare form because I'm going to show you how to put it together. I know for those people that have got this glue, they'll know how to do it. It's like teaching a, wait a minute, grandmother to suck eggs. Is that the expression? So I know for those people, what I'm talking about is for the people who've never used this before, the people who don't know what collage glue is. It's honestly the most fabulous glue. I remember our lovely Leanne telling me about the thing she's fixed with collage glue. She carries a tube of it around with her. I mean, of course we do because we're out there demonstrating all the time. But I wouldn't be without this glue at all. And like Craig said, it is perfect for all your decoupage purposes. The only difference between this versus a foam pad is that this is a wet glue, whereas a foam pad is instant, trying to get in it. I've got rather large nails. Tomorrow, they will be gone and replaced with a new set, so I'm really looking forward to it. But I just want to get in there and get underneath without... Well, what have they done? Have they super glued this down? Excuse me a minute. Well, you didn't come to front show there. I mean, trust him to go... What do I tell my kids? Do not do anything with your teeth. I worked in dentistry for a long time. Don't do anything with your teeth. Look after your teeth. They'll look after you all the way through your life. But what I'm going to show you is how to apply it.
Dentist Debbie coming in there. Dentist Debbie.
Do you know, I did over 11 years in dentistry before I come to Crafters. Been with Crafters, my 8th year this year with Crafters, because obviously we've been on the TV team for 5. Yeah. I forgot to celebrate it because I should have been here on second, and we're going to celebrate it. And forgot because everything happened. However, 5 years being on the TV team, 8 years I've been with the company this year, and I was with the dentistry 11 years before, prior to that. 9 years with the company that I worked with and a couple of years with the other one. So yeah, so I've been in there a long time. I mean, how did I get from dentistry to crafting? I mean, really, couldn't think of 2 different kind of career moves there, but a hobby turned into literally the best job in the world, and Craig will tell you.
Totally.
Now, I've taken my little key. Can you see this little key? This is the bit that enables you to squeeze the glue up through the tube. So can you see if I just hold that? Okay, see it's coming out at the top. So it allows you to move your glue. And obviously, to go into a syringe, you need to be able to push that in. And I always use my key for this part to push that glue and fill it up. Now, I tend to use my glue when and as and when I need it in terms of projects that I'm on. So I tend to fill it up, just if I only need a little bit, I tend to fill it up like a quarter of a weight. Depends on what I'm working with. I'm going to be doing a bit of decoupage in a second, but that's how you create it and get that syringe moving up to the top. What you need to do is make sure there's no air bubbles. If you get an air bubble in there, I think you're going to be in a little bit of trouble, especially when it dries. And the same goes for when you are popping the top back on. So I'm going to keep that key into place, and I'm going to bring in the tube. Now, can you see, James, the little bit of blob of the glue that's out at the top? I know now that there is no air in this tube, including the top. So just make sure it just comes out a little bit at the top. Screw that top back on, airtight. There's no air bubbles going in there, which means there's no damage going to be done to when you come to use it the next time or refill it next time. And I know Craig won't mind me saying this, but Craig tends to use, you tend to skip this part, don't you, with the tube? You just take your poker tool and literally push it through. The same way that he would do, use the key, turn the key, take off with the poker tool, and he can put his own amount that you want to do. I am the syringe girl. I love my syringe for that reason. And then, of course, we're going to come in and we're going to do a bit of decoupage. So I'm just going to curl it rather than ball tool it again. I think I'm just going to curl it with my fingers to give it that little bit of shape. So, in fact, do you know what I could use? Could use the right tools, but I've got a poker tool here, so I'm just going to, what's the word? On the hoof. Craft on the go.
I like that, craft on the
improvise.
go. Improvise.
Improvise, make do, that's the word I'm looking for. And I'm just going to do that with my poker tool. You can use it with your bone folders and things like that. I just want to give a little bit of shape to my flowers. And then decoupage, obviously we've got these launching. We are going to put, now you can go in and apply your own amount of whether you want it to be a thin layer or a thick layer of glue. Now, I will say for decoupage, it's perfect, but I use it for all sorts. Do you have anything else that you use yours for, Craig?
My glue gel?
Yeah.
No, mine is usually just for like heavy embellishments or bows or anything like that.
Bows
That's when
tend
I
to be,
use mine.
If I haven't got my hot glue gun in, I will use this. But you do need to let it dry. That's the difference. I'm going to put quite a nice bit down there. And then I'm going to come in and line that back up. Such a gorgeous set. Wait, have I got that the right way around, Debbie? Yes, you have. Get that the right way around. It's such a beautiful topper sheet.
I do love that topper sheet, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. So again, I'm just going to put a nice little bit onto the front and then just add that last panel in. Now, with a foam pad, instantly dry. With your 3D glue, nope, you need to let it set. And it does take a while to set. And I say a while, a little bit in terms of your glitter glues. It can be touch dry within like about half an hour, but for the proper solidification, what a big word.
Oh, nice. I like that word.
Came from. To get that word out, I'll try that again, to solidify it, is you need to leave it overnight. So don't be posting it straight away. I will tell you as well, just wipe the top of your top. I've just done it with my fingers, but make sure you push a little bit of glue just up to the top and then put your fringe on, making sure at this stage there isn't a single air bubble in there. So for me, if I just show you, can we go in close, James? No air bubbles, which means I'm going to get a nice, I can reuse this. I can come back in a couple of days and reuse it. It won't have dried up. Now, if you've got a bit of an air bubble in there, it'll dry. All you need to do, get a poker tool or a little cocktail stick and just pull it out at that end. However, there we go. You've got, and now I've gone with a little bit of, which you could still do with your foam pads. You could still do, we could double layer your foam pads up, but you still get that lovely decoupage feel. But you are in a little bit, with a wet glue, I think you're in a little bit more control than you are with a foam pad. But you still get two very, very beautiful results, whether you use foam pads, whether you use wet glue. I tend to use, I won't lie, I tend to use this more when I'm doing 3D decoupage elements. But absolutely fabulous glue. And one again that I think you need in your crafty stash. Yes, that's great for mats and layers. Tacky glue for those construction, again, it's a great glue, and it also, for lots of other things as well, you can stick all sorts of tacky glue. But all glues have a job and a purpose, and the 3D one sits there alongside those glues perfectly, and one that everyone should have in the stash. And for that price today, you're going to get all those tools, you're going to get all the glue, lasts a long time as well, depending on your usage, but for £5.11 or $6.37, that's a great cracking price for all you Platinum members. Even at the normal price, we've slashed that. Again, 20% saving on some really useful glue. And don't just think crafting, think around your house as well, because this glue does work for lots of other things as well, not just in the world of craft. It's a fantastic glue, especially when it sets solid. And it really is a fabulous glue, isn't it, Craig?
Awesome. Thank you for that, Debbie. Really good to show the ways in which you can use it when it comes to the height and the depth of your decoupage. Right, what we're going to do is, before we come at the end of the show, we've got about 20 minutes left. We've still got demo of the, we'll show it in day to be doing. We'll go through some of your, what you like on your toast. But before that, we're going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets, and we'll all be back just in a couple of moments.
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. We might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town, or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll put your towns and cities and village into my little song. but I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses. So I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehana, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Chautauqua Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Bay, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinhole, Avon, Freeport, Mableton, San Jose, Annenberg, Great Bend, Detroit, Keniston. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Parachute, Paradise, Pollux, Papillion, Sheepshead Bay, St. Petersburg, Seacombe, Sutton, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwell, Barnsley, Tide Squeeze, South Shields, Temple Hills and Bentley, Tampa, Pillar, Tucumcari, Cary, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Lacey, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki-Wachee, Pensacola, Elsmere, Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Wet Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Memphis, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homer, Sassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Spintanar. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Kilbride, Eugene, Ferrum, Rhinewood, Walkerstown, Newarheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Raphael, St. Dominic's, St. Cloud, St. Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Rampo City. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Sawbrook and Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Latte, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Glover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. And there's a few more places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington. We craft in Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Knapp Hill, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest. We craft in Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Mandenholm, Hilliard, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Sawston, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castlewood, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne, and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Well, food always gets you guys chatting, that's for sure, just like us here. Tracy is saying, Tracy Kershaw on Facebook saying, cheesy beans on toast. I love cheese. Well, like mild cheese. I don't like fancy cheese. But I wouldn't think about putting that on to my beans on toast. Laurie's saying, well, I like cheese on toast.
Well, actually, I do my cheese a bit different, Craig.
Oh.
This is something my mum taught me.
Oh.
Grate your cheese, bit of salt and pepper in, bit of milk, whisk it together, pop it onto your toast. Oh, it's delicious. It sounds revolting. It looks like thick when you're mixing it up. I'm sorry, but it does. Do you know, sometimes I should think before I speak. But it does look a bit weird
Never do, don't.
when you mix it all up. And when you pop it on there, though, it's absolutely delicious. And my mum taught me that from when I was a kid. So that's how I have my cheese on toast. I haven't had it for a long time. I feel like a little cheese on toast when I get home. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to have.
You know what I've not had for a while, and someone mentioned it to me, and I went through a phase of actually doing it. So it's beans on toast, cheese on toast, but Lee and Perry's Worcestershire
Oh, it's delicious,
sauce.
Craig. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, that is delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
Actually, I've not done that.
Lee
before.
Perrin sauce.
Yeah, I get Lee and Perrin sauce.
Yeah. Ooh.
Worcestershire sauce, Nicola.
Worcester sauce, I call it, because I can't think of the right
Worcester
word.
sauce. Yeah,
I
let's
don't know how you
do
say
that.
it.
Worcester, yeah, I don't know.
Is it Worcestershire?
Worcestershire. I think you're making it up, Nicola. Jane on YouTube is saying, eggs on toast, no beans.
What was on toast?
Eggs on toast.
Do you know what I thought you said?
Don't want to know.
I thought you said Ben on toast.
Ben. Yeah, that's what you would want. No. Eggs on toast, definitely eggs on toast.
Oh, yeah, a bit of Marmite instead of butter. Marmite.
And then Ben on top of that.
Ben on toast, yeah. And then your poached egg on toast.
Poached egg.
And a bit of seasoning, that's nice as well, yeah.
Oh, with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on it as well. Red Panda on YouTube, I have 3 slices, just Lurpak for starters, Marmite for the mains, and honey for dessert. We've got Cat Butt saying, Debbie, I love a slice of Lurpak on my toast. So a slice.
That's my kind of girl. That's all I'm going to say. Absolutely. Love.
Jen Shang, and I'm going to tell you right now, I did hear it in my ear when she read it out in the gallery. Nicola isn't a big fan of avocado on toast. That's a Jen Shang she loves.
So that's my 2 daughters' go-to.
Is it?
And they said to me, Mum, try it, it's delicious. I'm like, really? Oh, I'm on Nicola's. It's not for me. Avocado toast ain't for me. That's all I'm going to say. My daughters can keep it.
I wondered where you were going there. My daughters can keep it. Caroline is saying, real butter with Marmite. No, I don't like Marmite. No.
What, real Marmite and wait a minute. Real butter and Marmite together?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Isn't that like a creamy...
Who said that? Together?
Caroline F. Crafty Chimp.
Crafty Chimp? Are you telling me you put Marmite and butter together? That's the weirdest thing. I'm loving this talk. Keep this talk coming. We've only got 10 minutes to go. Keep that talk coming in. I'm a little bit shy. Separate, not bad. But together, poor Craig, he's got a shade of green.
Mary Shore on YouTube is saying, I love peanut butter and honey on toast.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I've had that before.
LK on YouTube saying, my son would pick beans over cake. We have them nearly every night in various ways.
Well, I won't be putting cake on toast.
Yeah. My son would pick beans over cake. We have them nearly every night in various ways.
Oh.
Nicola wants to know how many ways you can cook beans. How many different ways? I'll stick to my cheese on toast with, of course.
Have you had sticky beans?
Sticky beans?
Sticky beans, yeah. Now, I can't remember what sauce you put in with sticky beans, but it makes it really sticky. I don't know if it's not Marmite, because my kids don't like Marmite. I say kids, grown-ups. But she puts something in to make sticky beans, and I mean, sticky is the word. Sticky is the word, because it's really gloopy. I'm sorry, Craig, but it's true. There's something you put in. Anybody out there help me? Because there's a sauce that you put in, or something you put in to make your beans sticky. It's true. Oh, and to be fair, I enjoyed a mouthful, but that was it. I didn't want any more because it really is sticky and. I can't can't look at him. I just can't look at him. There is a sauce out there that you put. You've got scarlet, Craig. There's something you put in to make your beans sticky. I think it's a Slimming World thing that I've heard as well, because Slimming World do, where you do this. There's something you put in there. I can't remember what sauce it is. Anybody out there, please help me out, because he has gone scarlet over there. That is honestly something that you do, because my daughter did it the last time she was up. Yes, it is. I genuinely mean it. I'm going to find it now. I'm going to find out what it is.
Nicola's trying to look, but she can't help you out. She can't find it anywhere. I'm going to carry on. Stephanie Theodos is saying, I love avocado toast. Very good. At the Hilton in New Orleans. Diet on YouTube, my favourite. A toasted English muffin with butter, Philly cream, Philadelphia cream, Philadelphia cream cheese, and strawberry jam. My favourite, a toasted English mutton. A toasted English muffin, butter, Philadelphia cream cheese, and strawberry jam. No, that's wrong.
My goodness, no. I love Philly. Philadelphia cheese is just divine. But like on a bagel or toast on its own, but with butter and jam. No. Do you know, I thought I had some weird taste, but you lot are all proving me that I'm not weird with my food, that you guys have got some very varied tastes out there. Thank you for all this chat, though, because seriously, I've really enjoyed that little last half hour. It's been absolutely good fun. So, yes, but Jeezy Peeps, Craig, we've got a little bit of a vote to do.
We do indeed, we absolutely do. So, of course, with this being a masterclass that Debbie's been having a look over the tools and adhesive, we don't have a demo of the show within this class. So we're going to go straight into demo of the day, where we've got two options here. Now, you know, I'm going to say it's going to be tricky, although you've got that incredible craft along, but when you see what Debbie done within Wake Up Call as well, the way with the stencils, the ink, and also the mesmerising glitter paste. So you've got your two options here. So number one is what Debbie done within Wake Up Call this morning there. So a lovely layout of that card there, as I said, with the stencils, mesmerising glitter paste, but also your water reactive inks and the placement and positioning of that card. So number one. Or number two is our incredible craft along that Debbie done. So you've got your pillar candle that Debbie went over with the stencil, and also going over with the glitter paste as well, and then created and constructed a beautiful box for it to go in as well, with that mesmerising glitter paste on the acetate round the side there, with the base and also the lid. So that's then going to be your second choice. So number one or number two, and this is for demo of the day, the choice is yours. Oh, they're still coming through, and we're just about to end the show as well. Right, let's have a look. So I've got a bag and Debbie's got a bag. So let's get this in just before the end of the show here. Now, when it comes to this one here, this is Ben's Super Saver goodie bag. Now, you're going to get this £30 or $40. You are saving £71.39 or $86.16. Your platinum price comes down to £24.30. £20, £24 or $32, and you're going to get your double points as well. So this is what you're going to be getting inside. You're going to be getting your stamp set from the Farmyard collection. You're going to be getting that perfume bottle shaker card and die set. You're going to get your Big Friend Sentiment Create a card. You're going to get your kaleidoscope of butterflies from Colour Your World. You're going to get 3-pack of your low tack tape. You're going to also then be getting your This Is For You, but I wish it was for me. And then you're also going to be getting your edge crimpler as well. So that's Ben's Super Saver goodie bag. All of that £30 or $40, saving $71.39 or $86.16. With your platinum price, you're going to get that for £24 or $32 with your double points as well. So that's Ben's Super Saver bag. But we've also got with Debbie, and that is Sarah's.
It is a fabulous bag. Is this Sarah's goodie bag from last night? Well, we'll start with the embossing board that fits onto your Ultimate Pro, and it's all about your bags. So this is the lovely bag one, and on two sides you've got two different patterns, lots of tags on there, lots of mats and layers, and lots of shapes that you can simply emboss and then cut around. Is this all of Sarah's? Flipping Nora, she's got a lot in here. I can see she's pulled rank, Nick. I absolutely can. Whoever that is, stop. I'm still live on air. I saw my phone flash and then I'm like, what's going off? We've got a metal die and stamp, the Good Luck one. One of the jewelled sequined ones. I saw our lovely Jan use the holographic paper with that last night. A lovely stamp set from the Bell Countryside. Oh my God, it's still going on. These beautiful from Mosaic with flowers. Your lovely, well, they're like frames and corner pieces that you can make really lovely frames with a circular one. From the Gnome collection, we've got this gorgeous swing set and the stamps in there to go with that one. We've got ribbon in here. We've got one of our lovely outline dies. Oh my days. The fabulous Nuts About You stamp set and matching dies to create that lovely over the edge. One from the Bella Luna, which is that gorgeous girl on the swing. I can't believe this is, I actually can believe it's Sarah's bag, to be fair, with the value that you're getting. We've got those 6 fabulous glitter markers. I'm still not done because I've got loads more in here. We've got one of our super strong double-sided adhesive tape pens. And then you've got 2 fabulous, very useful, can I tell you, especially the Happy Birthday one, 2 of our sets of our mini dies. All of that for that price that you're seeing on the screen, and 100 extra bonus points on top of the ones that you're already going to earn from your purchase today. £50, $60, platinum price, and the lowest there is £40 or $48. This is a bag and a half. I'm surprised we've still got that left in there. That is a fabulous bag. What a great mix of items in there as well at a really fantastic price. So, yes, Sarah, she's done it again. Knocked the great bag out of the park there.
She has indeed. Right, result is in, and that is number 2. Debbie, you've done it with your craft along. Absolutely fab. I am not surprised. But thank you for such a lovely day.
Thank you. I've really, really enjoyed it. Thank you as well to all of you lovely guys with the chats. And I know we've been having a lot of, you know, we've been having a lot of fun.
You know it's tongue-in-cheek.
We know it. Yeah, I hope you do too as well, because each to their own is all I'll say. I've got some weird and wonderful foods that I like that I'm not going to delve into right now. But yeah, it's been lovely to have your company. Thank you for inviting us into your rooms. I shall be back. I felt like Arnie then.
Arnie.
I'll be back on Tuesday for the launch party and Wednesday, so I'll see you then.
Thank you once again, Debbie. Yes, I'm going to be back on Monday with a brand new launch, the brand new Crafters Companion layout collection. Have a lovely weekend with the team here, as also with Debbie Fisher and Becky. I'll see you on Monday. Debbie will see you on Tuesday. Check out your baskets. We'll see you then. Toodles.